My name is Xavier, and I'm from Chicago, Illinois. I have a bachelor's degree in social science and a master of arts in counseling and human services from Roosevelt University. I do work mostly with at-risk youth who have either been incarcerated or on the way to being incarcerated, because I feel like I can relate to them and they can relate to me. I feel like no matter how much I give back, I can never make up for the things that I've done. So for me, I feel like it's a life mission. I know that my goal of reaching out and helping these kids is never going to end. I grew up in an impoverished, back-of-the-yards neighborhood of Chicago. At the age of 6 years old, I was placed in a foster home. I grew up with a family that unfortunately, we faced as children, my siblings and I, a lot of abuse. And unfortunately, that was my childhood for about a good 2-3 years. And eventually I started to feel like the streets were safer. 11, 12 years old for me was just a lot of arrests for things that I look back now today as an adult, and I can't even imagine a 13-year-old doing these things. I was involved with a first-degree murder, and I ended up serving 13 years in prison. And when I think of the victim of my case, he had a big impact on my life. And I often think about him, what his life could have been like, or what his life was like, how much, him and I had in common. And I've said this, only to a couple people in my life. The sacrifice of what he went through, of his life, that's what became my passion. He became my driving force. He's the one that helped change my life. I kind of feel like I owe it to him and his family. I am nowhere near the person I used to be. I really do care about people. I try to help people, my friends, my family. And I think that we, as adults, as individuals in a position of making a change, we give up too soon. I was incarcerated 7 times as a kid. I remember the judge told me, he said, "You're incorrigible, you're never gonna change." And I took that to heart. But as time went by, just being exposed to positive things, reflecting upon the decisions I had made, having the light in the tunnel, knowing that one day I would be free, that's what motivated me. There are kids in there who are serving life sentences without the possibility of parole, and unfortunately, they themselves have no life. They have no future concept of freedom. They have no hope. Give them something to strive towards. Give them an opportunity for something better. Give them a hope so they could become better. We all have a capacity to change. We just need a chance.